This free AI writes better emails than you. Did you know that by the year 2026, nearly 50% of all professional emails are being drafted by artificial intelligence before a human even touches the keyboard? It is a staggering statistic that changes everything we thought we knew about digital communication. We have all been there, staring at a blank screen for 20 minutes, trying to figure out how to tell a client they are wrong without sounding like a jerk. Or perhaps you are struggling to condense a massive project update into something your boss will actually read instead of immediately deleting. The stress of the blinking cursor is a universal professional trauma, but the era of struggling for the right words is officially over. Today, we are diving into a world where a free artificial intelligence tool is not just helping you write, but is actually outperforming most humans in clarity, tone, and effectiveness. In the fast-paced world of 2026, the way we communicate has shifted from long, flowery prose to high-efficiency data exchange. People do not have time to read 5 paragraphs of fluff anymore. Research shows that the average professional receives over 120 emails every single day, and they spend less than 11 seconds looking at each one. If your message does not land its point in the first sentence, it is essentially invisible. This is where the newest generation of artificial intelligence tools comes into play. They are not just checking your spelling or fixing a misplaced comma like the tools of 5 years ago. These modern systems understand the underlying psychology of communication. They know exactly how to structure a sentence to trigger a positive response, and how to adjust your tone so you sound authoritative yet approachable. Imagine having a personal communications expert sitting on your shoulder every time you open your inbox. This is no longer a luxury for chief executive officers with massive administrative teams. We are talking about free, accessible technology that anyone can use right now. These tools have been trained on billions of successful interactions, learning the patterns that lead to closed deals, resolved conflicts, and faster approvals. When we say this artificial intelligence writes better than you, we are not insulting your intelligence. We are acknowledging that a machine can process the optimal linguistic patterns of 1 million successful emails in the time it takes you to take a single sip of coffee. It's about augmenting your ability to connect with others without the mental drain that usually comes with it. What exactly makes this free tool so much more effective than the average human writer? It comes down to a concept called cognitive load management. When humans write, we often include our own anxieties, ego, and unnecessary context that clutters the message. We use filler words like just, actually, or I think because we're afraid of sounding too blunt. The artificial intelligence does not have those hang-ups. It focuses on the primary objective of the message with laser precision. In 2026, the best artificial intelligence writers use a method called intent mapping. You give it a rough idea, like, tell Steve the deadline moved to Friday, but we still need the report by noon, and the tool builds a bridge between that goal and Steve's likely reaction. It calculates the perfect balance of urgency and politeness. For example, instead of a human writing a long-winded apology for a delay, the artificial intelligence might suggest a concise update that focuses on the solution rather than the problem. This subtle shift in framing has been shown to increase reply rates by over 30%. Furthermore, these tools are now natively integrated into our browsers and mail clients. You don't even have to copy and paste anymore. As you type a few bullet points, the system suggests entire sentences that flow naturally. It's like having a co-pilot who knows exactly where you're going and provides the smoothest route to get there. The result is a professional presence that feels consistent, polished, and remarkably effective. Beyond just being concise, these tools are masters of emotional intelligence. It might sound ironic that a machine is better at empathy than a human, but the data does not lie. Artificial intelligence can analyze the history of your conversation with a specific person and detect shifts in their tone. If a client starts using shorter sentences and less formal greetings, the tool will suggest you mirror that behavior to build better rapport. This technique, known as linguistic mirroring, is a powerful psychological tool for building trust, and yet, most of us are too busy or too stressed to do it consciously. The artificial intelligence does it automatically, ensuring that every interaction strengthens the relationship rather than just completing a task. Think about the high-stakes emails you have to send, such as asking for a raise, pitching a new idea, or delivering bad news to a team. These are the moments where our emotions often get the best of us, leading to wordy, defensive, or unclear writing. The free tools available in 2026 can take your raw emotional draft and sanitize it while keeping the core message intact. It acts as a buffer between your immediate feelings and the professional persona you want to project. This doesn't mean the emails become robotic. On the contrary, by removing the noise of human hesitation, the true intent becomes clearer and more impactful. You end up sounding like the best version of yourself, which is exactly why this technology has become indispensable for anyone looking to climb the corporate ladder or grow a business. The impact on productivity is perhaps the most visible benefit of this revolution.
In the past, a person might spend 2 hours a day just managing their inbox. With the latest free artificial intelligence assistants, that time is being cut down to less than 30 minutes. This is not just about writing faster, it's about thinking less about the mundane. When the machine handles the structure and the polish, you are free to focus on the high-level strategy and the creative problem-solving that a computer still cannot replicate. In the competitive landscape of 2026, the people who are winning are the ones who have mastered this human-machine partnership. They're using the tools to handle the volume while they provide the vision. We're also seeing a massive decline in miscommunication. How many times have you received an email and wondered if the sender was angry or if they were being sarcastic? Digital text is notoriously bad at conveying nuance. However, modern artificial intelligence tools now include a tone check feature that tells you exactly how your message is likely to be perceived. It might give you a warning saying, "This message has a 40% chance of sounding aggressive to the recipient." You can then click a single button to rephrase it into something more collaborative. This level of preventative maintenance in our digital relationships is saving countless hours of unnecessary drama and conflict resolution. It is a total game changer for team dynamics, especially in remote or hybrid work environments where text is our primary way of connecting. As we look toward the rest of 2026 and beyond, it is clear that writing emails is becoming a collaborative effort between human intuition and machine precision. The barrier to entry for high-level professional communication has never been lower. Whether you're a student reaching out to a professor, an entrepreneur pitching to investors, or a manager coordinating a global team, these free tools provide a level of polish that was once reserved for those with expensive educations or decades of experience. The playing field is being leveled, and the only thing standing between you and a more influential professional voice is the willingness to embrace these new capabilities. It is time to stop viewing artificial intelligence as a threat and start seeing it as the ultimate communication superpower. The transition from a manual writer to an augmented communicator is simpler than you think. It starts with letting go of the idea that every word must come solely from your own brain to be authentic. Authenticity is about the truth of your intent, not the specific arrangement of your adjectives. By using these tools, you are ensuring that your true message actually reaches the other person without being garbled by poor grammar or confusing structure. You are actually being more honest because you are being more clear.
As the world becomes more crowded with digital noise, the ability to be the clearest voice in the room is the greatest competitive advantage you can have. In conclusion, the rise of free artificial intelligence that writes better emails than humans is not just a trend, it is a fundamental shift in how the world operates. We have moved past the point of questioning if we should use these tools and into the era of learning how to use them best. The speed, psychological depth, and sheer efficiency they offer are too significant to ignore. If you are still writing every email from scratch, you're essentially trying to win a Formula One race on a bicycle. The technology is here, it is free, and it is waiting to transform your professional life. Your words have power, and with the help of artificial intelligence, they can have more impact than ever before. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and master the tools that are defining the future of work in 2026, you need to keep learning and experimenting. The world is moving fast, but you have the ability to move even faster. Take the time today to explore these free assistants and see for yourself how they can elevate your communication. Start by trying a free artificial intelligence writing tool for your very next email and experience the difference it makes in your clarity and confidence. The future of communication is here, and it is time for you to take the lead. Would you like me to generate a list of the top 3 free artificial intelligence email tools that are currently leading the market in 2026?
I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell.